Let's see what this woman has to say.
Why don't sperm donors have to pay child support? Back in 2018, I was artificially inseminated because I'm a lesbian and I wanted kids, right? So me and my girlfriend decided that we were gonna go find a donor and have a kid that way. When we broke up, she said that she had no legal obligation to this child and she didn't want to be the parent anymore. Of course, I was like, whatever, that's fine. Just give me, some child support. And she said, "Did you not hear me? I have no legal obligation to."
So I think I've seen this clip before, and there's a part of me that thinks that this was sort of made to inspire anger, honestly. I'm not even sure if I even believe this is a genuine clip, but for the sake of this reaction, I'm going to pretend that it is. And obviously, it makes no sense. This is just simply, I mean, it goes to show just how much privilege women have. The whole idea of a sperm bank is you go to a sperm bank, you go through this entire process to be verified. Like, not everyone can get in the sperm bank. So it's stringent. And the idea is that it's supposed to be a way for women or couples, I guess, that can't get pregnant through traditional means to give them an option to have kids that they select for, right? That's the whole idea. And the idea is that the guy who's donating the sperm, he's volunteering it with no obligation. That's the whole principle of it. But somehow, I guess, in this particular case, they still managed to get child support. I didn't do the back check on this. I have no idea if this is legitimate or not, but like I said, once again, assuming that it is, all it does is just prove just how much power in society women have now, right? And entitlement, may I add. Like the entitlement here is crazy. Oh, how is he not going to pay child support? You're getting sperm because you're choosing whether it's a choice, whatever. I don't really care about the dynamics of this. You are unable to have children through organic means, and you want to have a child still, so you're going to a place to facilitate that, and somehow it's still the guy's fault, still the guy's responsibility, even though you want a child under that context. I mean, make it make any logical sense, please. Somebody make it make logical sense and not from some stupid feminine based emotional bias perspective, like a legitimate perspective here. Like, give me a solid argument. It doesn't exist.
To this child, I'm not going to pay child support. So now I'm trying to get the sperm donor to pay child support because biologically he is my daughter's parent. So I want him to give me his half. I don't know what to do at this point, but I just think it's really messed up that somebody can just go donate sperm and then have nothing else to do with the kid that comes from it.
We've gone so far, man. It's like guys will do all of these things to try to facilitate situations so that women can basically have what they want in society, which we're there now. Women can have whatever they want in society. And it's still never good enough, you know. There's always something more. It always comes down to blame the man, and a lot of men can relate to this. Pretty much almost all men can relate to it. In the end, regardless of the fact, right? Whenever the relationship ends, it's always your fault as the guy, and this is just a natural process. You, as a guy, are supposed to take leadership. So, in a girl's mind, it's always going to be your fault. Everything that happens. Now, that's not necessarily from a logical perspective, but I'm saying from the emotional perspective, everything is always going to be your fault because you're supposed to be the leader. You're supposed to call the shots, the terms, and since you're the one that's taking the responsibility of all the decision making, everything is your fault. The issue is that emotionally they feel this way, but in modern reality, they have all the decision making authority, but still somehow in their minds, the responsibility variable isn't there. They still go by the old school method when it comes to being traditional. In their minds, it's still the man's fault, even though they're the ones that have all the authority in the decision making. So, and no one's there to say, hey, you can't have it all. Nobody, well, I shouldn't say nobody. On a societal level, the force of logic is not strong enough to tell women as a whole, sorry, you can't have it all. Okay. If anything, it's the opposite. If anything, it's women telling other women, yes, you can have it all, by the way, and you should. And you shouldn't settle for anything less, and you should go and spit on the guy if it comes to it, right? That's how aggressive it is in reverse. So, pretty fascinating clip. I'm really glad you sent that through.